Just a place without barriers that it gives them accessibility to the most basic human need, and that's warmth, shelter, and food.
It is definitely getting colder in Manitoba, and as End Homelessness Winnipeg put out recently in a report, there are more and more homeless people on the city streets. However, not all of them want to find reprieve inside shelters. Luckily for them, there's a couple community initiatives that have come together to give a more inclusive option.
We're trying to target some of the gaps that those structures had, and we're trying to address them and mitigate them, take them away, so that it doesn't feel like the term shelter. Shelters can kind of correlates with institutionalization. We want to stray away from that. We really want this to have a home feel. The name that we have ourselves literally means our relatives, and we want to treat them like they were our relatives.
More than just a warm place to stay, the teepees provide another much-needed human desire.
Teepees, first and foremost, are a traditional structure, so a lot of the individuals out here really respect and honor the cultural component. So being in a teepee is a source of comfort for them in their cultural identity. It provides safety and security, warmth and togetherness, and that's a big thing that these people lack. And so coming together and sharing stories and sharing moments and overcoming and persevering together has been huge. And the people here are super kind and welcoming, and they're very nice to the staff here that have been supporting them as well.
They say it's like pretty warm. They say it's like they love the communication, they love talking, they love getting together as a group and sharing their stories, and I always love that. Communication is by far my favorite part because everyone tells their stories and I'm able to tell mine, so it's a wonderful thing.
For those organizations involved, it has more to do with the human element and creating an accessible space along with a feeling of home for all those who need it in Winnipeg.
What I've been doing is I've just been putting logs on the fire. I've been talking to all of the members that come around. We make coffees, we make teas, we make hot chocolate. We make all of that type of stuff. We even got bottled water, sandwiches if we have.
And you make them feel at home. You provide the things that they need to feel at home, whether that's a good comfy meal, appropriate clothing, blankets, comfort through conversation, story, just hearing and listening. All those things are being brought to this location, and it really speaks to the authenticity that we're trying to bring forward.
Running 24/7 until December 1st, the community warming space stands as an opportunity to combat homelessness in the city.
There's a whole bunch of different groups involved. There's Initiative, there's DSCP, there's End Homelessness, and they just came together because the need has always been there. If you remember last year, individuals found themselves living in bus shacks. That's unreal. There's no heat, and since then, benches have been removed and things like that, so bus shacks are even less ideal than they were. So last year there was a 2-week caring camp, and there was a huge level of success with that, with Initiative organizing that. And this year we thought we needed to kind of piggyback on that and expand it even further and create alternative options long term, and in hopes of mitigating homelessness and the effects that come along with that.
Community 204 is calling on those across the city to help keep the teepees stocked.
We put out a call for wood, and we've received over 2 cords of wood in one day. So there's the capability for that. If you want to drop off appropriate clothing, respectable clothing, you can drop off toques, hats, gloves, boots, whatever it is that you might have lying around not being used. It will go to use here.
The response so far from locals in Winnipeg has been outstanding. However, if you want to donate, feel free to drop off firewood, winter clothing, or even some fresh cooked food here at 190 DISRAELI Freeway. In Winnipeg, Brianne Foley, City News.